Do you feel you're swimming against the current, desperately trying to reach a shore that keeps moving further away? What if this struggle isn't a cosmic joke, but a carefully crafted lesson plan designed just for you? Imagine for a moment that your life isn't a series of random events, but a meticulously curated classroom where every experience, every heartbreak, and every triumph is a lesson your soul signed up for. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a radical shift in perspective that could unlock the hidden purpose behind your biggest challenges. Think about it. What if the universe isn't working against you, but for you? What if every obstacle you face is actually a custom-tailored initiation into a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world? This isn't about sugarcoating hardship. It's about recognizing that growth often comes wrapped in uncomfortable packages. Let's dive deeper into this thought experiment. If your life is unfolding exactly as it should, what is it trying to teach you right now? Perhaps that promotion you missed out on isn't a setback, but an invitation to redefine your notion of success. Maybe that relationship that fell apart wasn't a failure, but a masterclass in self-love and boundaries. Consider the possibility that you're not just a passive student in this cosmic classroom, but an active participant who chose this curriculum before you were even born. What if, at a soul level, you selected the very challenges you're facing now because you knew they held the key to your evolution? It's a perspective that transforms victims into creators, turning life setbacks into stepping stones for growth. Now let's explore the idea of life as a series of sacred initiations. In ancient cultures, initiations were pivotal moments that marked the transition from one phase of life to another. They were often challenging, even painful, but they were seen as necessary for growth and transformation. What if we applied this lens to our modern lives? That difficult boss you're dealing with, perhaps they're not just a thorn in your side, but a teacher of patience and assertiveness. The financial struggle that keeps you up at night, it could be an initiation into abundance mindset and resourcefulness. By reframing our challenges as initiations, we imbue them with purpose and meaning. But here's where it gets really interesting. What if you're not just being initiated into new skills or perspectives, but into entirely new archetypes? In the grand story of your life, you might be called to embody different roles at different times. The warrior, the healer, the visionary, the nurturer, each archetype bringing its own lessons and gifts. When you feel stuck, ask yourself, what archetype is life calling me to step into right now? If you're facing a major loss, perhaps you're being initiated into the role of the phoenix, learning to rise from the ashes and rebuild. If you're constantly butting heads with others, maybe you're being called to embody the diplomat, mastering the art of communication and conflict resolution. Now, let's talk about mastery. In this cosmic classroom, some lessons might seem frustratingly repetitive. You might find yourself attracting the same types of problematic relationships or facing the same financial issues over and over. But what if these aren't cruel twists of fate, but opportunities for mastery? Think of it like leveling up in a video game. Each time you face a familiar challenge, you're not starting from scratch. You're building on previous experience, getting closer to mastery with each iteration. That recurring pattern of self-sabotage? It's not a sign of failure, but an invitation to finally break the cycle and step into your power. Let's take this a step further and consider the concept of soul contracts. What if the people in your life, especially those who challenge you the most, are fulfilling agreements made before this lifetime? That difficult family member might be playing a crucial role in your soul's journey, teaching you forgiveness or boundary setting. The friend who betrayed you could be catalyzing a profound lesson in trust and discernment. This perspective doesn't absolve anyone of responsibility for their actions. Instead, it invites us to look beyond surface-level interactions and see the deeper currents at play. It asks us to consider, what if everyone in my life is here to teach me something? What lessons am I meant to learn from these relationships? Now, let's zoom out and consider your life from a cosmic timeline. If you believe in the continuity of the soul, the lessons you're learning now might be part of a much grander arc of evolution. That deep-seated fear of abandonment? It could be the resolution of a pattern that's played out over many lifetimes. Your inexplicable draw towards a particular cause or skill. Perhaps it's the continuation of work your soul began long ago. This perspective invites us to see our current challenges not as isolated incidents, but as threads in a much larger tapestry. It asks us to consider the long game of soul evolution, where each lifetime builds upon the last, moving us closer to our highest potential. But here's a paradox to ponder. What if you're simultaneously a student and a master? While you're here to learn and grow, you also carry within you deep wells of wisdom and innate talents. Sometimes, life's challenges aren't about learning something new, but about remembering what you already know at a soul level. That moment of clarity in a crisis? It could be your inner master shining through. The inexplicable skill you picked up with surprising ease? Perhaps it's a latent ability you're rediscovering. This dual nature invites us to approach life with both humility and confidence, knowing that we're here to learn, but also to express our unique gifts. Now, let's talk about the power of rewriting your narrative. If everything in your life is happening for you, not to you, then you hold the pen to your own story. That setback that felt like a failure, it could be the plot twist that leads to your greatest triumph. The loss that broke your heart, perhaps it's clearing space for something even more aligned with your soul's purpose. This isn't about denial or toxic positivity. It's about recognizing your power as the author of your own experience. It's about asking, how can I transform this challenge into fuel for my growth? What opportunities for reinvention and self-discovery are hidden within this difficulty? But here's the real riddle. What if the ultimate lesson isn't about achieving some future state of perfection, but about fully embracing who you are right now? What if the greatest growth comes not from striving to be someone else, but from fully inhabiting your authentic self? This perspective invites us to see every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity to express our true nature more fully. It asks us to consider, how can I use this moment to become more authentically myself? How can I let this challenge reveal more of who I truly am? Now, let's address a scenario that many find particularly challenging. A time when you feel completely lost without a significant relationship, a fulfilling job, or true friends. It's a state that can feel like standing in a vast, empty desert, unsure of which direction to take. But what if this apparent void is actually a crucible for profound transformation? In the alchemy of personal growth, sometimes we need to be stripped down to our essence to discover who we truly are. This state of perceived emptiness can be seen as a blank canvas, offering an unparalleled opportunity for self-discovery and reinvention. When external identities and connections fall away, you're left with the core of who you are, and that's where the real magic happens. Consider this. What if this period of feeling lost is actually a cosmic reset button? As if the universe has cleared the stage, removing all the props and supporting characters, leaving you alone in the spotlight, and that this isn't a punishment, but an invitation to reconnect with your authentic self, free from the influences and expectations of others. In this space of seeming nothingness, you have the chance to ask yourself fundamental questions. Who am I when all external markers of identity are removed? What do I truly want when there's no one else to please but myself? What passions and dreams have I neglected that can now take center stage? This period can be a powerful incubator for your true purpose. Without the distractions of a busy social life or the demands of a job you might have outgrown, you have the mental and emotional space to explore new interests, develop latent talents, and imagine a future aligned with your deepest values. Moreover, this phase of life can be a masterclass in self-reliance and inner strength. It's an opportunity to build a relationship with yourself, often the most neglected yet most important relationship of all. As you learn to be your own best friend, confidant, and cheerleader, you're developing skills that will serve you in all future relationships and endeavors. Remember, some of the most profound growth happens in the quiet moments between the notes of our busy lives. This period of feeling lost isn't a detour from your path, it is the path. It's a vital part of your soul's curriculum, teaching you self-sufficiency, resilience, and the art of creating meaning from within. So if you find yourself in this space, instead of rushing to fill the void with any job, relationship, or social connection available, take a deep breath and recognize the opportunity before you. Use this time to explore your inner landscape, to dream big, and to lay the foundation for a life that truly resonates with your authentic self. Who knows? This period of feeling lost might just be the prelude to finding yourself in ways you never imagined possible. It could be the cocoon phase before you emerge as the person you were always meant to be. Embrace it, learn from it, and trust that this too is an integral part of your soul's journey. As we wrap up this thought experiment, I invite you to look at your life through this lens. What if everything, yes, everything, is unfolding exactly as it should? What hidden purposes might be lurking behind your current challenges? What aspects of yourself are you being called to embrace or develop? Remember, this isn't about passively accepting whatever comes your way. It's about actively engaging with life, recognizing that you're both the student and the co-creator of your experience. It's about approaching each day with curiosity and openness, ready to uncover the lessons and opportunities hidden within every moment. So the next time you feel stuck or frustrated, try this perspective on for size. Ask yourself, what is life trying to teach me right now? Who am I being called to become? And most importantly, how can I use this experience to grow into the fullest, most authentic version of myself? Your life is a unique curriculum, custom designed for your soul's growth. Every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a setup for a comeback. You're not just living your life, you're actively co-creating it with the universe. So embrace the journey, trust the process, and remember, you've got this. After all, you chose this path for a reason. Now it's your turn. How will you approach your life's classroom differently after hearing this? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more mind-expanding content, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching. This is Ayla, signing off.